Boy, I am on a roll, guys. Yesterday, I posted a video and forgot to turn my mic on, or I thought it was on, but it wasn't. And I did it again today, guys. Recorded this entire 15-minute video and got to the end, went to start editing, and yet again, there was no audio. So here we are. Take two. Hopefully this means I'm going to be a little bit more efficient, maybe less rambly, for a better experience for you guys. But essentially, what I wanted to talk through today is why I am so excited I get these comments, because it makes it so much easier for me to decide what to record a video on. And just wanted to address this comment here I got. This guy is full of crap. eBay is a slow grind, maybe because he has a 10-year history, but trust me, it takes a long time for eBay to be worth it. So first off, let me address that. Nowhere in my video did I say that it was going to be quick and easy for you. What I was trying to do was a apples to apples comparison of TCG Player versus eBay. Both of my stores on eBay and TCG Player have 100% positive feedback. And I was noticing that over the last few months, especially my TCG sales really slowed down. I had to start changing my pricing input on the mass price tool to get sales, and it was getting frustrating having gone from 3 to 5 sales per day to dwindling down to 3 to 5 sales a week on TCG Player. I didn't do anything different with my pricing that I had been previously. I kept inventory flowing in and out, and things just weren't moving. So I decided it was time to give eBay a shot. Every single card on my TCG Player that was priced above $1, I took off of TCG Player and I started listing them on eBay. And in my previous videos, I've had 2 previous videos, the one from yesterday and one from a few days prior to that, where I talked about how amazing my sales have been since switching to eBay. And I think primarily it's due to the fact that buyers like seeing what they're getting. There's very few listings on TCG Player where people post pictures. And let's face it, guys, most sellers using TCG Player are putting the cards on TCG Player that aren't selling in person or in their shop or whatever it is. And a lot of people aren't very accurate in determining condition. So people want to see what they're buying, and they're willing to pay a premium. In fact, most of the cards that I switched from TCG Player to eBay, I'm actually getting more for them on eBay. And as I've talked about previously, just the shipping aspect of eBay versus TCG Player alone is enough for me to want to stay on eBay long term. They've got the integrated shipping. It's super easy, and they make it so easy with the eBay standard envelope. If you want to add tracking on a TCG Player, you have to use a third party to do it. And, I bought a big roll of stamps. So basically, I would use that third party to get tracking for my envelope. I'd throw a stamp on there, and, you're paying for the stamp. You're paying for, I think it's 18 or 20 cents for tracking every card. On eBay, it's built in. It's cheaper. The postage is cheaper, and it includes the tracking already. So if for nothing else, the shipping alone makes it worth it. Even if I were making the same amount of money, make the same amount of sales, I'd rather be on eBay just for the shipping alone. And that being said, eBay, you own TCG Player. Get your act together, guys. How hard can it be to port over the same shipping platform from your eBay website over to TCG Player? I think you'd make a lot of sellers happy, and you'd probably actually start getting more people willing to sell on TCG Player, quite frankly. So if you're watching this and you're from eBay, get it done. Anyways, so that's the topic here of conversation. Again, I'm not saying that a brand new seller is going to start on eBay and get as many sales as I am. If I were to start selling on eBay again today, I would do exactly what I did on TCG Player. List as many cards as possible that I have that I'm okay breaking even on. You, as a new seller, your number one goal is to build up a reputation, build up a feedback that shows you know what you're doing, you ship cards quickly, you have accurate descriptions, you package them up properly when you ship them out, Buy card savers, guys. You buy them in bulk. They're like 6 to 8 cents a piece. And then you can ship cards in standard envelopes. Super easy, guys. There's no reason to not do that. It's cheap and it protects the cards. And if by chance the post office doesn't take care of the letter and they damage the card, guess what? You got $20 of insurance coverage for a single card, multiple cards up to $50 of insurance coverage. All you have to do is file a claim, refund the buyer, file a claim. Sure, it can take a while to get paid out, but you get paid out. I haven't had an issue with filing claims in the past when I was selling sports cards. I'm sure it's the same process now as it was then. So that's your number one goal if you're a new seller. Heck, most of you who are looking to sell, you're probably selling from your personal collection. You probably opened a bunch of packs to get the cards that you're trying to sell. Let's face it, when you open packs of cards, it's a losing game. The odds of you getting more value in the pack than what you paid is pretty low. So just sell the cards, get what you can out of them, build up some feedback, and eventually you'll get to a point where people see your feedback rating, 100% rating. It's not that hard to get 100% rating, guys. It's really not. Every single platform I've ever sold on, whatnot, eBay, TCG Player, you name it. If I've sold on it, I've had 100% positive feedback. You ship quickly, put accurate descriptions on, protect your items that you're shipping using card savers, top loaders, whatever it may be, bubble mailers. If the cards are over 20 bucks, you better be putting it in a top loader and a bubble mailer. If the card's under 20 bucks, you're using eBay's standard envelope and you're using card savers. Okay? It's really simple. But back to the topic at hand. Apples to apples comparison, TCG Player. Like I said, I think previously already in this video, definitely in previous videos, I was getting about 3 to 5 sales per week. I started selling on eBay about 18 days ago. This first set of data is just to show you that the prior 18 days, before this period where I started listing Pokemon cards, you can see I only had $38 worth of sales. I wasn't trying real hard at all to make sales on eBay, okay? $38 in sales. After shipping and selling costs, I made $13, guys. I was selling super low-end stuff. I wasn't trying hard. Now, let's change the time period. Exact same number of days, an 18-day period. So now we're going from January 27th, the first day I started listing Pokemon cards, to February 13th. Today, right? I had $2,991.85 in sales. eBay collected $121 in taxes and fees. My selling costs, including my fees to eBay, were $650, shipping and fees. My net sales, $2,220.43. Again, I mentioned this in the previous video. This sale right here, that was one Michael Jordan card that I sold at auction that I just wanted to sell and get some money for my business that I'd been sitting on, quite frankly, too long. I kind of forgot I had it. And I was like, oh, I just got to sell this, get what I can for it. So even if you subtract that sale out, I'm still at almost $2,200 in sales, 139 items sold. Again, I have started listing some cheaper, lower-end sports cards as well. So out of these 140 sales, 125 to 130 of them are Pokemon. There's probably 10 to 15 that are non-Pokemon. But pretty much everything that wasn't Pokemon that sold was less than a $5 thing, other than that one Michael Jordan card. So this is about as apples to apples as you can get. My TCG store is 100% feedback. This eBay store, yes, it's been around longer, but 690 reviews, 100% positive feedback, guys. Just do the work. Get yourself to 100% feedback. Once you start getting up into the 20 to 50 feedback range and you've got 100% positive feedback, people are going to buy from you. They're going to be more willing to maybe pay a little bit more to buy from you versus someone who doesn't have 100% feedback, right? Again, I personally do not think it is very hard to get 100% feedback, especially if you're doing it yourself. If it's just you, you don't have employees, There's no reason you shouldn't have 100% or 99.9% feedback. So yes, if you're starting from scratch, you are not going to have the exact same results as I am, but you can definitely get there in a lot quicker time than you think just by selling cards for break even. Your point is to sell cards quickly, build up feedback. Don't list expensive cards, list cheap cards, right? List $2, $3 cards that you're willing to sell for no profit. You're investing in your eBay store to get yourself feedback. And that is your profit. Your profit is not monetary to begin with. Your profit is feedback, building up trust with your buyers, okay? I know I've been ranting a lot here and kind of repeating myself, I think, a lot, but definitely got a little bit more concise than take number one. You're not going to have the exact same sales if you're starting from a zero sale store, but you absolutely are going to do better on eBay than you are on TCG Player if you are in the same standing on each platform. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. Visit my website, covenantcards.shop. Head on over, use code eBay at checkout. You'll get $5 off your order. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to see more content. We'll see you guys next time. God bless.